Loki, the trickster god, has betrayed you. Find him, and vengeance shall be yours.
Explore vast and mysterious realms.
And battle gods and monsters.
Enter Chaos, Asgard's Wrath 2. Available now, only on MetaQuest. Learn more at asgardswrath2.com. See child safety guidance online. Accounts for 10+. Asgard's Wrath 2 is for ages 17+.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show, and in today's episode, I wanted to overall, for those that are getting into gaming, because I had just talked with a friend, and she's been playing a lot of The Sims. She just recently started streaming The Sims. It's crazy. I met her through TikTok. I did a Stitch video, and then after that, we just became cool with each other, and so recently I seen that she picked up streaming. And she's been playing The Sims. Honestly, though, she is a very, very entertaining content creator. I mean, besides her dancing, I'm telling you, she's a comedian. She's because she had me laughing, and I'm second streamer to have me in my or in a stream cracking up, laughing and stuff on the stuff she was saying, talking. I didn't even realize The Sims is such a funny game. I'm gonna just let y'all know that right now. But anyways, so yeah, for those that are getting into video games, you don't really know, okay, what should I expect? What should I? Always look for the actual people's, reviews. Here's the thing, IGN, and there's a bunch of other different websites out there that will, sometimes maybe give out good reviews. It just really depends. But if it's the sport games, for an example, I feel like a lot of those websites always give them good ratings. Oh yeah, it's good and it's this and it's that. And rather than the audience is going to give it some actual realistic, ratings and, review it and give it some legitimate criticism, because it to me, it's very upsetting when you pay because to just let everybody know, if you're not into gaming that much, video games are expensive, okay? Yeah, you play something like The Sims, a game that's been out for a while, I'm yeah, obviously it's gonna, it's gonna be a little bit cheaper, but a brand new video game, it's gonna be costly, especially now, I'm they got it with the new consoles, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, that you will have to pay $69.99 to play video games. And I'm bro, I don't even want to spend $59.99 to play video games. Now I gotta pay $69.99 to play video games? Nah, man, that's not cool. So anyways, yeah, but there's that. I'm trying to think, I might have done an episode like this before, overall explaining to people, getting into gaming, but regardless, but no, the main thing I will be talking on is, paying attention to, criticism from the people, because it's that, honestly, with a lot of different, entertainment, excuse me, in the entertainment business, it is very common when you would see critics, and then you'll see the audience. Always pay attention to the audience, whether it's a movie, a video game, whatever it is, always pay attention to the audience, because the audience will not steer you wrong. For an example, the new Halloween movie just came out, and Rotten Tomato gave it a 45, but the crowd, the people that was just, sitting down watching the movie because they're a fan of it, they gave the movie 100. So if you're a fan of something, then obviously you might, you might, but I'm that's the thing though, getting back into video games, if it's basketball, and you're thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to buy NBA 2K, and I'm going to give that game 100 because I'm a fan of basketball, you would be better off buying you a PlayStation 2 and getting NBA Street Volume 2, because that was the last good basketball game to come out. There might have been some other good basketball. Actually, no, I take that back. NBA Live 19, that was the last good basketball game to come out. I don't even know if that game is even available to purchase in stores. But yeah, last good basketball game to come out. 2K is just horrible. But then that's the thing though, like with EA Games is known for releasing bad sport games. Now with this basketball one, it was, good and all because they're overall, like, they did updates on that game and overall took time with it rather than, because I think the last one they came out with was in 2018, and then I think in 2019 that's when they announced the new consoles, and then the very next year that's when the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5s came out. They hadn't really talked on the NBA Live games coming back out, but I played it not too long ago, NBA Live 19, and it's good. They did updates, they took their time, and that's the problem, and that's, people try to rush things, and usually when stuff is, like, rushed, it's not going to be good. Think on when you're making food. You're going to rush it, or you're going to take your time with it. Now, if it's food that you're good at making and all that stuff, and you can rush it, okay, cool. But if not, it's not going to be good, okay? It's not going to be good. You think Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, you think he be in there rushing his food? No, that man takes his time, but he makes sure that food, like, it's out in a proper time. It ain't going to take, like, hours on end and stuff. And I'm saying, like, it may take, multiple years to make a good game, but if not, I'm like, yeah, it might take a year or two. But yeah, overall, I'm like, yeah, there's companies out there that, they like to rush that stuff and it's not good, and that's why they get bad ratings. For an example, EA and 2K, but they're Ubisoft. There's some other game companies out there where it's like they will release a video game and it doesn't do so good. Ubisoft being probably those are, like, to me, those are the three, because EA got the sport games like FIFA, Madden, and all of that, and every game I think they done released in the recent years have all gotten, like, maybe 2-3 stars, like 3 stars or less. Like, I'm trying to think, I don't even know if it's gotten even 3 stars. I'm trying to think, maybe it just seems like that the games are just declining. Like, the ratings for it just declines every time. Like, at one point in time, like, yeah, probably back in the day when these games was getting released on the PlayStation 2, yeah, they were definitely 5-star games. But then as that time progressed on, like, when it got to the Xbox 360 and, PlayStation 3, then I think it went from 5 stars to 4 stars. Then it got on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. It went from 4 stars to 3 stars. Then it got on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Now it's 2 stars. And whatever else is going to come out afterwards is going to probably be 1 star. And it's going to get to a point where it's like, they honestly, though, they should have, because I know I've seen it where people have said that, where they want to give the game, like, 0 stars. Like, cause no, they try to, like, make it seem like that, it's some people had given it good ratings. No, it's just people giving it 1 star because they can't give it a 0. It ain't even possible to give it a 0. But I'm like, no, like, that's where, like, that, and you know what? The one website that I really love going to look to see if a game is gonna be bad. I mean, I go on, like, Xbox and stuff and check and see, but Steam. If that game came out on Steam is another place that will let you know, like, cause Steam is, for the gaming PCs. So they usually have, like, a lot of the different games and stuff. And I'm telling you, like, I've read people's reviews, because you'll see how many hours they done put into the game. People will be very descriptive, and when it says, like, mostly negative, to stay far, far away from that game. Far, far away from that game when it's mostly negative. Yeah, I've seen, and it's funny because there was a time where Warner Brothers, because they own the rights to, like, Batman and all that stuff, so they had released a Batman video game a while ago called Arkham Knight. That game did so bad. They're showing this dumb, stupid commercial and thing. I'm so glad I got my TV on mute. But anyways, it's like they've been promoting Almond Joy, and I'm like, fam, Almond Joy doesn't even get hype like that. Like, y'all need to promote, like, Hershey's or freaking a actual candy people buy. I ain't not seen one person buy no Almond Joy. Anyways, moving on. But like, what was I saying? Because I ain't got distracted. Almond Joy, I swear, that's like the new commercial I don't like now. But Anyways, but no, Batman Arkham Knight. So yeah, they released Batman Arkham Knight. Game did horrible, had all these bugs and glitches and problems and all of that. So it got to the point where they had to take the game out of the store because it did that bad. And then years later, there's this other game called Cyberpunk 2077. That game came out, it wasn't good. And sure enough, yeah, people, they was letting the developers know that. And then I think it was maybe some years prior, Fallout 76, they came out with that game and didn't do so good. And the developers, they definitely they had to hear all of that stuff, and it takes them some time to work on it. But yeah, Batman Arkham Knight, it's doing good. Fallout 76, I think it's doing good. Same with Cyberpunk 2077, I think it's doing good. It's been a while since I played those games, but yeah, I'm like, overall I think they are doing all right now, but definitely when they came out, they wasn't doing so hot. So that's why I'm like, yeah, and yeah, when you see these videos, like, and there's no disrespect, like, with people on YouTube, because there'll be people on YouTube that's like, it's their job to like be critics and stuff. So sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be bad. And I just think that it all just really depends on it coming from the audience, because like there's been times where I've watched videos from IGN and the person would be reviewing the video game and say that the game is bad. Turns out game was actually good. And then it'd be the same way, other way around. Then they'll say that the game is good. Turns out the game, it's like, especially with the sport games, sport games has not changed. Sport games have been the same for, years now. So anybody out there, it's like you're, wanting to like, oh, I want to play one of the basketball games. I want to play one of the football games. I want to play one of the soccer games. Same thing. You could get any year. You'll probably will want to get the more recent year, but you can honestly get any year of any sport games. Same thing. Same thing every game. So that's, I'm like, yeah, I try to avoid buying the sport games when I'm able to get it either on discount or get it for free. Then okay, cool. But I'll admit I made a mistake. I went ahead, bought the latest NBA 2K game. And yeah, that game was just downright horrible. Like that, I tried to give that game multiple chances, and it's a waste of time and a waste of money. And I'm like, and the one thing that that I didn't really pay attention to was the audience. And I'm like, that's one thing that I do now is that I make sure of it, that I pay attention to the audience when I'm buying video games, because I'm like, oh, the crowd said that. I just did it right before I think I was streaming. I went and looked at a game and I was just like, hey, yo, that game kind of looked kind of fun though. It's like this game, it looked like it take place in like Chernobyl or something. It's like this like radiation game and it got these aliens and stuff. Game looks mad fun. Like when I was watching the trailer, game looked mad fun, and I was very, very close to buying it, because I'm like, hey yo, especially with Halloween, this would be the perfect game to play. And overall I looked at the ratings. I think it was like 3-star. I'm like, okay, usually 3 stars is like all right and stuff. But no, then I looked at the more recent reviews, and that's when they said that it wasn't good, and I'm like, oh, okay then. I'm like, that's all I needed to know. I will overall save my money, and then that's that's another thing that I do. Like I'll watch like recent YouTube videos, but not like the most viewed. Like no, on YouTube you very well can look and see like, oh, okay, videos uploaded this week. And then you can see like, which videos is like watch some of the underrated, like the videos that ain't nobody really watching. Then you can probably get like a clearer review and understanding of a video game and stuff. But yeah, always make sure you listen to the crowd. The crowd knows better than anybody. The people that are actually sitting down, playing this game day and night. Like, it's funny because you can watch somebody play that game for the first time and then think, oh, that game, it looks fun. It looks, but then you got people like me that's been playing that game for years, and I went and strained my throat out from yelling at it. Now I'm like, oh yeah, that game is not good. That game is not good at all. And so that's why I tell people, I'm like, if people ask me, should I get 2K? I'm going to straight up tell them, you know what? Are you a fan of basketball? Yes. Do not buy 2K, because that will make you hate the game of basketball. Like, you will look at LeBron James and be like, fam, I'd have run out down on that court and drop kick you. Like, that's what 2K, knowing that you won't, because you security and all that. So that's I would recommend not to do that. I would recommend not to do that. Like, I don't want nobody being like, oh, well, I see a video gone viral of LeBron James getting drop kicked in the middle of an important game. You ruined the game, and then you're saying, oh, TMossBoss had put out the idea. I'm like, nah, I would, wow. I'm sitting there watching ridiculousness. They be showing some crazy stuff at times. But anyways, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, nah, don't overall, don't put me in that, because I'm like, that you made that decision. Don't you try to say that I did that to you and stuff. So, but anyways, but yeah, I'm like, just listen to the audience when it comes to like getting video games and stuff, because the audience knows better than anybody else. That's like that with video games, movies, TV shows, music, whatever it is. You'll have it where it's like there'll be people out there that, like I said, them critics, quote unquote, critics. They'll be like, oh yeah, the game game is bad, horrible. I didn't like this, and then the audience like, hey yo, best one out of all of them and things. And then at times, that's the thing though. At times, even the critics or even the audience can be wrong. Because I'm like, especially with this new 2K, everybody was saying that, oh, it's good, this is the best one. I ain't hearing nobody when it comes to 2K. I'm like, that game is straight up trash. So, anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 36 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your next purchase. And make sure you use my supporter creator code for Epic Games, TMossBoss. And in the meantime, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.